Alright guys, I'm back today with another movie review, and today I went and saw the Apparition. This movie. Oh man. I think it started at like 3:10, and I got there a little early, and the amount of trailers for this movie lasted forever. I think I looked at my phone to see just how long they had been going on, and it was like 3:26. Almost 20 minutes worth of trailers before this movie even started. And the movie itself wasn't very long. It wasn't scary at all. It was kind of goofy in a sense that they did, like, the characters would just do stuff that made no sense at all. I think it had the kid from Harry Potter, the blonde kid. I can't remember his name, but I think he was in this movie. I don't know, he looks a lot different. I haven't even seen some of the last few Harry Potter movies, but I know that when he was a younger kid, he looked completely different than the way he looks now. But yeah, I think he was in this movie. And it was just, the story of the movie, without giving away a spoiler right now, is this group of kids. Well, in 1973, this group of kids did a seance to bring back the spirit of this guy, and later on this other group did the same thing, but with like technology, and they were enhancing all the people. So instead of like 4 people doing a seance, it was 4,000 people doing a seance. And of course this causes problems, and then they unleash this creature thing. So a lot of the movie is kind of like a paranormal type movie where they're being haunted by this creature, but the way they explain it is just, oh my god, so ridiculous. But yeah, this movie just wasn't very good at all, and I definitely do not recommend this one. There was a couple cool scenes, but that was about it, and it wasn't entertaining enough. And 2012's been pretty bad for horror movies, I have to say. There hasn't been a lot of good ones released this year. Hopefully that changes. I'm going to see The Possession, I believe it's called, next week, and I have high hopes for that one. But yeah, hopefully we get some better stuff towards the end of the year. But yeah, so far it's been kind of bad. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get into some spoilers here, because there's just a few things I want to mention that they did in this movie. So, like I said, the movie starts off and you see the seance, and they bring this guy back, this really creepy looking guy. And they take a picture in 1973, and you can see like the apparition in the picture. So these kids do it again, the Harry Potter kid, this girl, and a couple other people, and they bring him back, or they're trying to bring him back. And the girl gets picked up and sucked through a wall or something, and then we cut to this other couple, and it's this girl and her boyfriend, and they just get this new house, and weird things start happening. There's this mold growing all over the place. The neighbor's dog comes in the house and starts or doesn't even bark, it just stares at something, and then it dies. Just goofy crap like that. But anyway, what happens is the girl finds out that her boyfriend, who's the one telling her this entire time not to freak out, there's nothing going on, she finds his hard drive and watches these videos on the computer where he was at the seance. He was dating the girl that got sucked through the wall. And it just doesn't make any sense that the guy telling her not to worry, who's seeing the mold, who's seeing all this weird stuff take place, like their clothes would be tied in knots, and he's seeing all of this and saying, don't freak out about it, when he saw this thing kill his ex-girlfriend. So that was really stupid. But they go and they meet Harry Potter to try and find a way to stop this creature thing. And he says that he doesn't know what it is, but if it is a ghost, it's not a ghost of something human. And it's not a demon, it's just some type of weird creature thing. That's the explanation. That's pretty much what he says. He says that when they did the extra powerful seance, it only made it stronger. And what this thing does is it wants to be alive in our dimension. So it's each person it takes, it grows stronger, smarter, and it's after them now. But they really don't know what this thing is. Nobody does. And apparently when they did the seance, it opened a rift that allowed this whatever the hell it is to come through. So that was kind of disappointing that they didn't explain the whole thing, but whatever. So they're trying to fight this monster, and the Harry Potter guy, they do like a super seance thing to try and beat it, and they think they've succeeded. And while they're outside taking out the trash, the Harry Potter guy's inside and he's drinking a beer, and he gets sucked into the closet. And there was a couple cool scenes. There was this scene where the boyfriend, they go to stay at a hotel one night, and the boyfriend's asleep on the couch, and then he wakes up and he's on the ceiling. And he did some type of astral projection thing here, and he can see his own body, and he can see his girlfriend, and she's getting kind of smothered with the sheets. It just kind of like clamps down around her and she can't breathe. And I thought that was a pretty cool scene. I like the whole astral projection thing because you don't really see that too much in these types of movies. And there was another cool scene where the girl goes in the laundry room and she hears something. So she runs out of the laundry room and she takes these nails, and I guess she thought she was a badass or something. So she takes a hammer and nails, and she nails shut the door. And then when she turns around, she's in the laundry room. So she blocked herself in the room. I don't know how it happened. This thing can create illusions or something. So she nailed herself in, so now she's like, oh shit, and she's trying to pop these off. And we finally, this is really the only time we see the monster, and it looks like the thing from The Grudge. It's green, it's got hair all over it in its face. I don't even know if it was supposed to be something else or if it was copying the way the girl looked. But it looked like the thing from The Grudge. So it's coming at her, and that was pretty cool. Wasn't scary, wasn't creepy or anything like that. But it looked cool. So she's popping the nails off, and that was kind of funny. But anyway, they think they've beat this thing, and Harry Potter gets sucked into the closet. They come in, they realize what's happened, and he told them about this safe house where there's some type of brainwave energy. I know, it's crazy, but they're safe there. So they remember him telling them about this place, so they drive to the safe house. They walk in, and it's basically a cage with a table and some other stuff inside, I think some food and supplies. And they walk in the cage, and they shut the door back. But the thing is, when they walk in this room, there's like sparks flying out of the walls. The house is a wreck. But the thing does not look safe at all because of all these sparks shooting out. But they still go in and lock themselves in, I guess. Which basically consists of just pushing down on this lock. It's not like the ghost couldn't open it. But they go inside this thing, and the girl's sitting there, and she looks at her boyfriend, and he's gone. He just vanishes. So she opens the door, and she walks out, and she hears this noise in the closet. She opens it, and her boyfriend's in there, dead. His mouth just slowly starts to open, and so she takes off running. It was a really weird scene. I mean, it kind of looked cool with the way his mouth was slowly opening, and he was kind of just like this look of terror on his face, but it didn't show what happened to him. And this is the end of the movie. So she takes off running, and I can't remember if she's reading it or they're playing one of Harry Potter's journals tapes back in the house. But he says something, this thing will torment you until you can no longer resist, and then it will take you. So she's running in the woods, and we see the monster kind of charge at her, like this shadowy figure. And then we see her walking, standing, staring over at like some store. And I'm thinking, okay, the monster's in her now. It's possessed her. So she goes in the store is empty. And she goes and she sits in one of the tents. And then you just see all these hands come over her body. So she wasn't possessed. So what did the shadowy figure do to her? Because she sees this thing coming and she screams, and then the next thing we see is her walking through town going into a store. So what the hell happened? So she's in the tent and you just see all these hands like come over her body. Basically what you see in the trailer, what you see on the movie poster, that's the end of the movie. And that was it. Trying to think if there was any other like goofy stuff to point out about this one, because it definitely had its moments. But yeah, I would pass on this. Maybe not if it's on DVD and you go to a Redbox and get it for like $1. I think it's worth watching, just because it is kind of funny to laugh at some of the stuff they do in this movie. But for theater price, no way. So yeah, that's my review of The Apparition. Hope you guys liked this video. Leave your thoughts on this movie in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Bye.